We had such a wonderful time last night playing music and talking. But I mentioned last night, man, it's a kick in the butt to show up at one of these things and realize you're like one of the oldest people in the room. So, yeah, got my glasses and everything here. If you can indulge me for just a minute, I'd like to read something that I read in this room, actually, back when Doc retired. We had a pretty wonderful evening here that night, celebrating the night he retired. And this is what I said, and I thought long and hard about what would I say, and then I realized I kind of said this before, and we talked about it a little bit last night too. You can hear me, yes? Good. It is really great to see all of you here, to pay tribute to the remarkable contribution that Dr. Marcellus made to the lineage of this special place called the Eastman School of Music. This is indeed a celebration of a tradition of trombone excellence and artistry that was, of course, begun when the doors of this place opened by a man by the name of Emory Remington. He would go on to have a legendary 50-year career here, a career of artistry and love. One can only imagine the task of filling those shoes when Mr. Remington passed away suddenly. But Don Knobb was willing and able to carry on that tradition. This tradition has been also carried on by wonderful musicians like George Osborne and the numerous distinguished alumni that have returned and continue to return year after year to share with the current students some of the special nature of their family tree. It is a tradition whose future is in very good hands, as I said, with Mark Kellogg and Larry Zalkind. And to carry it on in this crazy, changing musical world. Gentlemen, again, we wish you nothing but Godspeed and the very best as you foster these students along, both Larry and Mark. But it was in 1978 when a 39-year-old trombonist decided to leave his vaunted position as principal trombonist with the National Symphony Orchestra and decided to join the faculty here at Eastman and to carry on this tradition in his own very special way. Surely there were some who might have asked, Doc, why are you doing this? But as someone who was there to witness it as it happened, I can assure you that this man made this choice out of love and respect of this long-standing tradition. And we benefited from it ever since. We all have our own stories. This stage is full of them. We have the mischievous stories. For example, I'm sure Dr. Huntsberger is up there in heaven still chasing Doc around over a very special rendition of the Rimsky-Korsakov Trombone Concerto, if you know that one. Or maybe the one about the first time many of us had joined Doc for a ride in or on something that you must just simply pray that you'd hope it'd get there without having to rewire it, fix it along the way, or whatever. Or maybe it's one of those meaningful events. You know, the ones that include that first time you heard Dr. Marcellus play something and just simply thought to yourself, no one plays like that. We were talking last night about how at that time there could be 100 trombone players in a room playing. All the best players in the world would be playing. And if Doc was in there playing, you'd notice Doc. It was that special. But in closing, I thought about this long and hard. We'd like to thank Doc for the story of his career and that we got to be a part of it. I thought about this for over 40 years. Ever since I was a scared sophomore, I first heard him play in an audition for this job. But I'd like to paraphrase something Howard Hanson in his famous remarks in this room about Emory Remington. I think I know Marcellus's secret. It's a three-letter word. A three-letter word that could change the world if it had half a chance. Y-E-S. Yes. You managed to instill in all of us an attitude of yes. Yes, I think it's possible. Yes, let's give it a try. Yes, get up from whatever has knocked you down and move forward. Yes, I will be there to help you. Well, Doc, for all those positive affirmations you've given us through our lives, we have some for you. Yes, we thank you for everything you've done for us. Yes, the music that we play and write, the lessons that we teach, they will represent you and our experience with you every time. Yes, we pray for you in heaven. And last but certainly not least, yes, we love you.